my work on how to build the main page and also the executive dashboard. So this is the link to the requirements for that Tableau report for finance, which will be using it to develop the finance executive report, the main page, the finance detail list, and also the finance insight list, together with the expense list and income list dashboards. So I'll be taking you through how to develop these dashboards. And to start with, I'll begin from the main page. So I'll just open a new dashboard, a new Tableau. Yeah, so this is our new Tableau, which I will be building those dashboards in it. So one of our, the way the wireframe that we want to build here for the main page will look something like this one, something similar to this. So I'll be trying to come up with this dashboard and also the finance executive dashboard, which I think I can show you a sample of the same. So I'll be coming up with this dashboard. So yeah, the financial overview report look like this. So I'll be coming up with this one and also this one. So yeah, so first thing I will do, I'll connect my data to the data source, and that is the data source for finance, which is this one. I downloaded it from the Google Sheets. I'll connect the cash inflow there. Then I'll connect another source to have the two data sources. So I'll also connect with the same so that I can bring in the other sheet like that. So I have my two sheets. We can view them from here. You can see we have the cash inflow and cash outflow. The two sheets are also they are all in my sheet for the Tableau. Then what I'll do next, I'll bind these two data. I'll blend them, this one and also for the cash outflow. So I'll look into which column, because these ones are the dimensions and these ones are the measures. So I'll look into the dimension and confirm which column or dimension is similar to the other one, so that I can connect these two data together for me to be able to work with them in this workflow, not workflow but dashboard. So if you can see from this, we have the date here, and if you can see from the other side also, we have the date here. So I'll try to connect these two. First of all, I'll change this data set, this column to be in the date format. So I'll change it like that. So when it's like this, is in date format. So I'll come here and blend the two data sources so that I can use them in this workflow. So I'll come to custom and then add. So I want to add a relationship here so that they can be used together in this work. So I'll select date and pick for the month because I'll be using most of the time month, because even here we can see we have month. So I'll select month here, and also I'll come here and select the same, that is month, and I'll say okay, and also say okay. So I have created a relationship to my data on date, so that when I'm working with them, when I need anything to do with relationship, I will be combining them. So in our requirements here, first requirement is that to have a finance executive overview button on Coda Finance report linking to the financial executive overview. So we'll have this button for the finance executive button, for the finance executive overview, which will be leading us. So when you just click on that button, it will be leading you to that specific report. So what I'll do, I'll create a calculated field and name it to finance executive overview. Then I'll just give it a 0 so that I can make it my calculation to be valid. Then I'll apply. Then after apply, I'll drag this to that part. That's the rows. Then because I want this one to have an arrow, I'll just change these marks to be shapes. Then now if you want to change this shape here, you just come to change, you look for the shapes, then you change that shape to be into the format or state that you want. So me, for my side, I want it to be an arrow leading me to finance executive overview. So I'll click that and apply. Then I have changed it. So I can enlarge this one. And also rename this to avoid being 0. So remember, this 0 came in because in my calculated field, I gave it to be a 0. So that's the reason why I'm having a 0 here. So I can just edit it and have finance executive overview. Like that. Then I have my name there. I can enlarge and bring it into, maybe I'll use the term landscape. And also I can enlarge this one. So for this arrow to be enlarged, you can come to the size and enlarge the size the way you want. So for me, I'll put it there. Then I can remove this one. And also remove the header. Then I can remove these lines here. I don't need them. So I can just come here and format. Then I can format from the row dividers. So I'll select none, and they are gone. So I have my button here, which I'll be giving it an action to take me to the finance executive overview. That is the first button I have. So I'll click here. Just say button to finance overview report. Then I can have my next requirement. So I can confirm from the requirements what I am supposed to do. That is to have finance insight report button on a Coda Finance report linking to the Coda Finance Insight report. So I need to have Finance Insight report button. So again, I'll come here and create another calculated field. So this one will be to finance insight report, just confirming the what's supposed to be this finance here. So I'll just give it this. Let me just give it the name to finance. Inside report like that. So actually it's valid. I can apply that. So is this one? I'll just drag it again to that. And then again, I can also hello. Yeah, I'll go ahead from where I had stopped. That is creating this button for finance insight report. And the same way I created the other one, you just come to, you create your calculated field, you name it the way you want. That is like this one here, the way I had the, let me just rebuild the last one so that you can have that also. So yeah, that is for the finance insight report. You can confirm from the other requirement, that is to have a finance detailed list button coder to coder on coder finance report linking to the coder finance detailed list. So we'll have that. button leading us to that dashboard, that is finance detailed list. So I'll just rename this so that I can know which one is it. So it's button to finance insight report. Then I have create another one. I'll go with the same procedure, just creating the capital field, name it to detailed. Let me confirm that. To finance detailed list. So to finance detailed list. So I'll name it just in caps. To let me give it finance detailed list, like that. So my calculation is valid here, and just apply that. And again, I'll apply the same procedure. I'll drag this to my sheet. Then I can enlarge this row like that, the way I want it to be. So do that. Then I can enlarge this one so that it can be in one column. Then this one I can remove that hide. That's you just hide field labels for the rows. Do that. Then I can also hide the header. So for these lines, these two lines, you just come here, do the formatting. You come to this sign here that shows you the borders. You go to the row dividers for these rows and see these lines. So when you just undo that, put none, those dividers will go. Then I want it to have a shape of an arrow. So I'll come to the shape and then select that arrow showing us to like a direction. So it will lead me to what I want, like that. So I have an arrow which will be leading me to finance detail list report. Yeah, so again, I'll name this one to be button to finance detailed list. So I can confirm again if I'm having my all buttons with respect to the requirements. The next one is to have coda logo on top left corner of the coda. So I'll have the logo. I'll have to come up with the calculate field for the logo and create my logo also to the sheets. So again, I'll add another sheet and go to capital field and have another calculate field. I'll name it logo. So I can give it a name like, let's say logo. Don't have an issue. So the same, and then I'll bring my logo here, and then I need to have a logo, so I can do away with these other ones, so that I can only have my logo as the shapes. So I can do away with this. I can just show and show the header, and also I don't want this title. So I'll change my shape to be from text to shape, like that. Then I'll take a logo from my shapes. So first of all, you need to update your shapes. Like if you want to have any shape, you just update it into your Tableau, where you will be able to have those shapes there. So you can come here to logo. Mine, I named it, that folder I named it logo, so that if I can just come in and then select my logo, it will be able to apply to my worksheet. So I'll increase the size for the logo like that, and also remove these lines. So I'll just format it again. The same procedure with the other sheets. So now, yeah, so I have my logo here. which I'll be using it to with respect to the requirement that I have here, which is saying which is asking me to have Coda logo on top left corner of the Coda Finance report. Then the other requirement, that is requirement 5, is to have a button for last updated on top right corner of the Coda Finance report. So that's most probably the date which was last updated. So I'll add another list. So this one will be my logo. I just name it like that. And then add another list, another sheet for my date. So I'll just add another category field here. Then I just name it last updated, like that. Then for that, because I need to know which one was the last updated date, which means it's the maximum, the last date which was done is the final date. So it's the maximum date that I want, and remember we have this date here. So I'll need that maximum date with respect to the date I have with in my workflow, not my workflow, but with my data set. That is the cash flow and outflow. So I'll use this date here. I'll add it there. So my calculation is valid. So I'll just apply that also, like that. So it's here. Then I'll also just add it there. So after doing that, you can change this one to be in the format that you need. So I'll just do that and then bring my date. Like that. So this one you can see it's telling us the last updated date is on 11th November 2020, which was just some days, one day ago. So these are our data set. So I'll just also remove this. So I just hide the field and also the lines. So let me just expand this one to that. Yeah, so I need to also have a shape here, which is explaining the clock, or which can explain further for the date. So I'll just add the shape, come here and then change from automatic to shape. Then I look for my clock shape in my shapes. So I'll just come to the time, my clock shapes are on the folder called time. So I can pick any from these ones. Like let me just pick the first one and apply it. So you can see I have my clock sign showing the date which was last updated. So I can also again remove these borders from my date, like that. And also I can also increase the date of my clock so that it can be more visible, like that. So I can also remove this one. Yeah, so I have now my time here. So you can see now which requirement is still remaining. Have a title called Coda Finance Report at top center of Coda Finance Report. So that one we will implement it when we are doing we are coming up with the final dashboard. So the next thing I'll do, I already have my sheets, that is from finance overview to finance insight, then finance detail, and then I have my logo here with my time. So I'll just go ahead and build the dashboard, which will help out to bring those specific buttons into my my report. So I create my containers on this. The first thing I'll do, I'll bring horizontal in here. So I want to have something like this one, something which looks more of this. But remember, it's having this finance, executive finance inside with the other one. That's so. I think I need also to add some buttons. So let me just use the one that I'm having. So after adding there the horizontal, I'll bring in the blank like that, so that I can be able to break or to break my containers into specific different containers. So after adding in the blank, I'll add another horizontal like that. So that one will be my header. Then I can have another horizontal like that. Can have like 4 of them. Yeah, you can see I'm having now the 4, and then I can remove the blank from my dashboard. So let me just change this one to the automatic, so that I can have all my dashboard together, easily visible. So I'm having the 4 of them. Let me just put the borders so that they can be visible, so that we can know where we are putting what. So yeah, then you can arrange it the way you want. Let me just add the other. If you want to put the other outer border, you can just click on the tile and then add your border. You see, I'm having now the border within the outer border also incorporated in my dashboard. So I'll just size my dashboards. So I'll just do like that. And then I can break also these dashboards into some few other not dashboards, but containers, into some other few containers. What I'll do to break or to size them or to add any other container, I'll just add the blank like that one, and then add an horizontal there. Is this one. I need some 3 horizontals here, so I'll just add 3. Then I'll remove the blank like that. So I'm having these 3 containers which are horizontal in shape, and just shape these like that. So let me just add the borders so that you can see what are the containers we are having here like that. So I can still do that. Yeah, so I'm having that. I can also break this because I need to have the logo here, the name, quarter finance report here, and also the date, the last updated on this part here. So what I'll do, I'll also add a blank so that I can break this into 3. I'll add a blank here and then add my horizontals like this. So you need that logo to be there, and add 3 of them just to make sure we have the 3 parts. Then I remove this one, and then you can say I have my 3 containers incorporated inside. So what I'll do next, I'll just shape it to have the dates and also the logo in the specific corners. So I can also add a border here like that way, and then also like that. then yeah, I need that to be like that. So I have where I put my logo, where I put the name, and also the date, like that. So I can also just reduce this one a little bit. Yeah. So the next thing I'll do, let me just put there the name, so that if you want to put the name here, you just use the text object. You just add it in there, and then you name it the way that requirement wanted us to do. It was the last requirement, that's to have a title called Coda Finance report at top center of Coda Finance report. So that's Coda. Just name it Coda Finance report. Then you can do any editing the way you want. I'll need to have it in Arial format. Then maybe add some that name to be bigger so that it can be well in this size, this shape here, this container. I need it to be almost full. So I'll put it like that and then center it. Then I need it to be in black. I'll do that. Then I'll bold it. So yeah, I have the name Coda Finance report there. Then I need to also to add the date here, the logo I mean, which was also one of the requirements for the logo. See, you want us to have color logo is on here. I want to have color logo on top left corner of the Coda Finance report. So this one is our top left corner. I'll add the logo in it. Then I want it to fit that container. So I'll just give it an entire view. And then I'll need to have that title. Yeah, so I have my logo there. Then I need to have the dates here. So I just bring the sheet for the date and add it there. So I'll just also fit it like that. And I need my name to be last updated. So I can just add there the name last updated. Like that. I can delete this one. So I can edit this to be in Arial format. Also put it on the center. And then I can reduce somehow this date, that name I mean. Then I try to apply it, you see, it's also incorporated there. So last updated date is on this field, be giving us the last updated date, like that. So if you want to know which date was last updated, you can just view on the side of the date, the last updated date. So the next thing, we need to incorporate our buttons in this dashboard. So I'll break this container here into some few other containers so that they can help me incorporate that. So I'll add a blank like that, and then add the containers I want. So I'll add some few containers like 8 or 9 there. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have my 8 containers. I cannot do away with the blank. So this one is the blank. For you to view that and remove it, you can just come here and look for the blank. Thank you, on this. These are. So if I need to remove that, I can just right click like that and then remove from the dashboard like that. So it's not there. So I can also add the borders for this, just like that. The same procedure applies on the other with the respect to the other ones. So you just add the borders. Yeah, so I have the containers. I can also shape them or size them into some few bigger containers. Like that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need how many buttons? I have how many? I have 1, 2, 3 buttons. So I need to have like I remove one of these so that I can have only 3 to put there. Then the buttons. So I can reduce this like that. So I need this one to be smaller like this one. Yeah. So I can incorporate my buttons. So I can bring the buttons I created. The first one is for the finance. That is button to finance availability. So I can change. I can just give it into the entire field like that. Then I don't want the header, so I'll avoid it. Then I have the name, finance incorporated in my as one of my buttons. Also, the second one, the same criteria applies to the third one. So the same, I'll remove the header of the title. Then I'll fix it to the entire to be in the entire field like that. So I have my next button here. So also here the same will apply, just remove that the title and fit into the entire view like that. So you can, this one is very small. You can enlarge it to also be in this in the with the other ones like that. So yeah, I think it's a little bit bigger and try to view. I think for the buttons we needed to have these kind of buttons, and this part here we needed to have the image like this one, this image here, this kind of an image. So I'll also add there an image. So you just pick the image object, add it on that container, then you choose the image you want. So my image is under shapes. the part called images. So I'll pick one of those images, and then I'll fit it on my container and also give it to the center. Then I try to apply. Yeah, I have my image there, this one. So I also need to have some descriptions the way they are here or here. So I'll just use this format to be on the center and to be in white so that it can be also clear. So I just change my container to be in floating format like that, and then bring my text object or container in here. Yeah, so I can give any description I want for this finance report. So I can just say anything in terms of the finance report. So I just say this is the Coda finance report explaining the finance status of the company from the year 2018 to date, like that. And then you can also talk something about maybe the dates. Yeah, you can also say, yeah, I think I've commented about the dates here. I can also view something in terms of the button. So I can say click on the buttons provided on your right to view the reports. Like that. That can be our description for this case. So I can give it format it for the any font I want. Also maybe increase some size there, maybe to 14, like that. Then I can center this, and then I need it to be in white because I want it to be visible. Because you can see some of our color here is black. So if you want to view it better, you can put it in white color. Then I can bold it also. So you can try to view. Yeah, I think it's more visible. You can also enlarge this one to some points there. So that one. Yeah, I think you can see our description. That is, this is the quarter finance. I think I need to edit. Need to have a finance. Need to have finance. Like that. So this is a finance report explaining the finance status of the company from the year 2018 to the date to date. Click on the buttons provided on your right to view the reports. Yeah. So yeah, after that I can add some background colors so that you can see how is the final outlook for dashboard. So I can just put some colors like that, also that one. So the same to this. So you can add some color on this one. So there's the same applies to this. And lastly, on this one. Yeah, I think we can see our buttons the same way the requirements wanted us to have. So with respect to the requirements that I'm having, this is how I came up with that. Those requirements implemented that. So to have finance executive overview button, I think we have that together with the finance insight button, finance detailed list button, the logo, have button for last updated on top right, then quarter finance report. That's for the sake of the name. And that is what we have here.